Hey, welcome back to the Finale tutorial series. This is going to be a intermediate look at cake building. And the cake we're going to build is going to be called Neon Blue with Crackling Mine. The brand is Neon. And let's take a look at the cake real quick. Alright, so it seems like it's got 20 shots. There's 4 shots at a time in each row. And let's see if we can get the timing figured out here. First shot's around 1 to 2 seconds. And let's go find the end here. So it's about we'll say it's an 18-second cake. I'm going to take 2 seconds off of that to account for kind of how Finale views start and end times, and we'll say it's a 16-second cake and see if that lasts us about 18 seconds. So I cheated and already looked at this. Let me reset it here. So now there's 20 shots. I'm not sure how big the cake is. It's 500 gram, 20 shots. I'm gonna guess they're like 1.5 inch tubes. And I said it's around 16 seconds long. And there are 5 rows. And each row seems to fire all at the same time, and this is where we'll get into some of the more fancy terminology that Finale has. They call that FNT. So if I take a look at this is on the Finale website. If I take a look at this page that they have that describes all their different terms for their visual design language, FNT is a fairly commonly used one, and let me find the spot where it actually describes it. So it's going to be a fan all at once. We could also use an FNL or an FNR and make those alternating. I don't think it's going to affect the simulation that much, and would make the scripting of it a little bit more tricky. So we're going to use the FNT, and then we've got to tell it what effect it is. Now this is still a pretty easy cake to make because all of these shots are actually the same type of effect. So this is a blue dahlia to crackle with a blue mine to crackle. And so down here you can see it's interpreting into its actual language. And so it's saying 1.5 inch, yeah, that's right. 20 shots, yeah, that's right. 16 seconds, we think that's right. Blue dahlia to crackling with blue to crackling bouquet. That's what it seems to call a mine that comes out of the same tube as a breaking shell. 5 rows, so that'll give us 4 shots in each row, and shoot them all at once in a fan. Let's see what this looks like. Looks pretty good. It's probably looks a little fuller than the actual simulation. That can often happen with Finale. We could tweak the particle effects or something and reduce the number of particles, but for basic scripting, that should do all right. I think the problem I'm seeing is that it starts at 101.74 and simulation looks done at 121.53, so seems like the simulation is running maybe 2 to 3 seconds too long for what we had thought. And so I'm going to delete it, Control G to open up this again, and just tweak it down to say it's a 14-second cake. Let's see what that looks like. Sometimes when I'm scripting around to make sure, I like to put the start of it right on like a minute. Makes it easy to come over here and do the math on how long it's going to last. So now the effect's dying out around 18 seconds, which is about what we said it was. And so now we've got our effect. So if I were to use this in a show right now, it would actually bring in that whole long nasty line as what effect I'm using. And so to use it in a show, I would want to do one of two things. I'd either want to right click on it and change this name here, call it Neon Blue to Crackling Mine. Change the pre-fire while I'm in here too. Hit apply. Now if it were to pull into my show, at least it would sound like an actual effect. If I ever wanted to use it again outside of this show though, I would want to save it to my inventory. And now I can use it in my inventory. And that's it for this maybe easy, maybe slightly intermediate cake design. We'll get into some more videos that get a little crazier yet. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you find these videos useful, and we'll see you later.